Hello, Yearbookers. Welcome to Yearbooks Live, the podcast for yearbook teams to learn everything you need to know about the yearbook business with our 10-minute weekly lessons for the real world. I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, JP, coming to you from sunny South Florida. This is our first ever episode of Yearbooks Live, show number 1. Today we want to introduce you to our podcast, tell you a little bit about ourselves, and tell you what our podcast is all about. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Today's episode of Yearbooks Live is supported by Yearbook Life. If you're looking for a quality yearbook that's easy to create at a lower price, then Yearbook Life may be what you're looking for. Get all of the same features, benefits, and quality for much less. Check out Yearbook Life at yearbooklife.com. We want to welcome you to our very first podcast of Yearbooks Live. Each week we want to provide yearbook advisors, editors, and anyone working on the yearbook at schools all over the world some tips, tricks, and insight on the entire yearbook process. We'll have ideas on information ranging from how to market your yearbook, how to sell your yearbook, how to get organized, distribution methods, choosing a yearbook vendor, determining how many pages and books you'll need, determining a theme, and so much more. My name is JP, and I'll be your host on this journey. I've been in the yearbook and printing and publishing business since 1998. This is my 21st year providing service and support to all aspects of the yearbook process. From the printing side, customer service, sales, marketing, and everything in between. I've been involved in virtually every aspect of the process. My goal is for you to take a little bit of the information that I know so that you can have the best yearbook experience possible. Throughout the year, you'll hear interviews from experts in the field who will give you insights into what has worked for them and what has not worked for them. We all know that as a yearbook advisor or an editor or anyone working on the yearbook, it could be a thankless job. It's a ton of work that no one at the school understands. It's an important task that requires hours and hours, and you probably aren't getting paid, and few appreciate. We want you to know that you're here with you. We understand your pain. We know how hard you work. We know how much the yearbook means to you. We are here to hopefully help make the experience better for everybody. When I first started in the business, there was no design software, whether it be online or just on your desktop. So what yearbook advisors would do is they would take all of these photographs that they had taken with film cameras, and they would go to Eckerd Drugs and they would develop Eckerd Drugs is Walgreens, by the way, for you youngsters. So they'd go to Eckerd Drugs and they would get all these prints made, and then they would throw all the pictures into an envelope. And then each envelope would represent a page in your yearbook. So for instance, you would take any picture that went on page 23, throw them in the page 23 envelope, and design on the outside of your envelope the way you wanted your yearbook page to look. This was extremely tedious, time-consuming, but this is how we did it. And then once all your pages were done, your yearbook rep would come to the school. He would pick up this big, heavy 15-pound box of stuff and ship it to his plant. The plant would then lay everything out, they would shoot a picture of it or they would scan it, and that was your page in the yearbook. And we would call this WYSIWYG. So what you see is what you get. So we had these instances where schools would have paper clipped on a picture, holding another picture, and we would scan them and forget to take the paper clip off, and you would actually see paper clips in your yearbook on a photograph. So this is the way it was. This is how it used to be. Thank goodness things have changed. Today's online software has been a godsend to the industry. Digital presses like the HP Indigo have made printing the yearbook much less expensive, easier, faster, better for everybody. So as technology grows, yearbook printing should continue to decrease in cost. Delivery should improve by leaps and bounds. Still today, there are some printers that can't or won't deliver the yearbook for 6 or 8 weeks. And that seems to be a long time for today's presses. There are companies out there that can literally deliver you the book in a few days now. Some of the old technology that's out there, some of the big presses just don't make it really easy for some of the older companies to adapt to the new technology. It's very expensive, and that kind of transformation from one technology to the other is very expensive. Some of those newer players on the block, they can do high school books where they shoot the prom, they shoot the whatever it is, graduation even, and can get all that in the yearbook and delivered to the school before school gets out. They do it a lot of times for a lot less money even. So this is something that we've never had happen before with the speed of the HP Indigo and presses like that, like I said. So the improving technology should allow this to get even better and cheaper in the future. One topic of conversation today is the development of digital yearbooks. It's the same exact look of your printed yearbook on your mobile device, your iPad, etc. Early versions of this didn't really offer a way for students to sign of each other's yearbooks very easily, so it really didn't take off. However, some of today's digital technology allows signing the yearbook, makes it much easier. It allows video clips passed back and forth between each other. There's all kinds of new and updated technology available to make this a really fun product. Safety has been a real concern with digital yearbooks, but with some of the new protocols, even that is not going to be an issue in the very, very near future. There's a company today that's looking to completely revolutionize the entire yearbook industry by providing a really cool online yearbook experience for teens and preteens who are accustomed to Instagram and Snapchat and all these kind of things. So they're looking to give you kind of the same user interface as Instagram, but for your yearbook. So the kids will have an app on their phone that'll give them the ability to look at their yearbook the way that they look at it now, kind of like I said, with this user interface that they're more used to, more familiar with, but they'll also be able to push a buy button when they get home so that mom or dad can go ahead and order a printed yearbook, one-off, printed one at a time, shipped directly to the student's home. So this eliminates all the distribution headaches for the school. School has access to an online account so the school knows who bought what, when they bought it, how much they bought it for, and if there's any commission plan between the school and the yearbook provider, they'll know exactly how much commission they can expect. So I would be on the lookout for that for sure. We've come a long way from the days of WYSIWYG, and the industry will continue to grow and evolve. We have lots of ideas, lots of insights to help you with your yearbook journey. I hope that make it the best it can be. I want to thank you so much for listening to our show today. We want to also thank our sponsor, Yearbook Life, at yearbooklife.com. We hope you'll stay with us and listen to all of our upcoming episodes. Please tell your friends, share us to the world if you will. You can visit our show notes and listen to us again at yearbookslive.com. You can also find us on iTunes, Google Play, and anywhere you can find a podcast. Next week, we'll actually be discussing finding a yearbook vendor. What's the best way to find a new yearbook vendor? What are the things to look for? So that should be a very informative show. So until next week, happy yearbooking.